as the ANC in this province today. This way through to the leadership of the ANC today. This is not a journey campaign in the politics of the party of the revolution. It's not a fly-by-night. It doesn't emerge out of nowhere. He has been prepared. He has been trained. He has been nurtured. He has been chiseled. He has also been baptized by the politics of the ANC and the revolutionary movement general. And we say today as we welcome you to come and give us reflections about the importance of why we should celebrate the Freedom Charter. As we celebrate the 7th year of ideas that were conceived by the masses of our people 70 years ago, which were also elaborated through the principles within the 10 process of the Freedom Charter. We say that there is a reason for us to celebrate that. Much as we understand this change, that we are facing what I would call a crisis of our advances. We have lived up to the ideals and the social contract of the Freedom Charter. This crisis of our advances is because our people are expecting more from us because they believe that the ANC can do more. Now, as I'm inviting you without any waste of time to present your ideas as to the relevance of the Freedom Charter, especially about the journey we have traveled for the past 8 years, and also the strides that we have made for the last 30 years of our democratic dispensation. We have invited not only the members of the ANC in the structural formation change, because of our understanding that the Freedom Charter is a construction of the ordinary members of the society. As we address us as indicated that we go and challenge not only members of the ANC formation as members of the budget of the ANC, but this is the whole society that is so impatient to listen to the leader of the ANC, as I indicated, who have been prepared to be where he is, not by chance, but because of the ability, the capacity, the skills, and the knowledge that he has accumulated over the course of time. The Cooperative Report, I present to the Secretary General of the ANC.
Thank you. Amanda, Mata, Kiaruna, Kialebu. Dumelang Batuba Machabe. Dumelang Sichava Samachabe. Lipete Anke. No Kialebu. Let me first thank the program director, provincial secretary of the ANC in the Free State, Comrade Pulediso Mutsweni, and the deputy provincial secretary present here today, and all members of the provincial executive committee of the African National Congress present here today. RTT convener of the Lijwele Putswa region, Comrade Tloli Letoki, and the RTT coordinator, Comrade Ivan RIT, and all members of the RTT present here today. Machabeng Mayor, Executive Mayor, Comrade Tandukolo Kalipa, who is also the provincial organizer of the ANC. And the Councillor of Ward 13, Comrade Tsukulo, and faith-based organizations in attendance, traditional leaders, comrades, and friends. Comrades, would like to thank the comrades for inviting us to observe and celebrate 70 years of the Freedom Charter. Many comrades dedicated their lives and some died in the struggle to realize the vision of the Freedom Charter. A better life for all. Bophelo bo botle bakeng sa bohle ka hare ho Afrika Borwa. Re bua ka tokomane ena ya Freedom Charter e felletse. A re bophelo bo botle, better life for all. Re bua ka Freedom Charter implementation in its totality. Today we meet on the year of the 70th anniversary of the Freedom Charter. We celebrate the Freedom Charter because it has been the fundamental policy document of the Congress movement for the past 7 decades. We venerate the Freedom Charter because it captured the fundamental aspirations of our people on all the questions that affected us during the era of apartheid colonialism. The idea of the Charter was drawn from the Charterist movement in England, when people were fighting for the establishment of democracy in that country in the 19th century. It was from this international experience that Professor Z.K. Matthews, a leader of the ANC, called for the adoption of a charter to elaborate the demands of the majority of South Africans who suffered through the yoke of apartheid. At the heart of the Freedom Charter are cardinal demands for democracy, for socio-economic rights, culture and human rights. Some of us, comrades, have forgotten what the demands of the Freedom Charter are. Let me remind you about the demands of the Freedom Charter. Ya uqala the people shall govern, but batlabusa. Ntwene re etsa mona South Africa, letsatsi le tikelang le le chabang, batho ba busa mona South Africa. All national groups shall have equal rights. Re tla leka-lekana, re le setjhaba ka kakaretso. People shall share in the country's wealth. Batho ba tla fumana ka ho leka-lekana ho tsa moruo wa naha. The land shall be shared among those who work it. All shall be equal before the law. All shall enjoy human rights. There shall be work and security. The doors of learning and culture shall be opened. Education shall be free, compulsory, universal and equal for all children. There shall be houses, security and comfort. There shall be peace and friendship. We celebrate the Freedom Charter because in its clauses it covers comprehensively all the challenges that the people face and aspire to. The Freedom Charter talks to all of us across the various social categories. There is something for all of us in it. The Freedom Charter captures very well the relationship between democracy, the rule of law, and socio-economic transformation. The ANC has since 1994 sought to implement the injunctions of the Freedom Charter. Without doubt, the Constitution we adopted in 1996 is one of the most advanced constitutions in the world. The Constitution itself has tried to give expression to these rights. We are a constitutional democracy. The will of the people is the supreme law of the country. And no one shall claim anything unless it is based on the will of the people. That is what the preamble of the Freedom Charter says. Whilst we may have challenges, we have enacted laws that ensure that the fundamental measures are in place that ensure that the wealth of the country is shared. We have promulgated policies that protect workers at work, that advance black economic empowerment. Millions of black people are securely part of the middle class. We have built millions of houses for the people, and we're still building even today. Le bao ba sena matlo re le bona ba dule ba na le tshepo hore ka le leng la matsatsi ntlo le bona ba tla di fumana. Today, all the children of the country have a right to free education, up to tertiary education. Ha ona ngwana a ka reng ha ke sekolong hobane Yesu a rena tšhelete ya school fees. Ha ona ngwana a pasitseng hantle a tswang sekolong a qetile matric a tshwanetse ho ya university a re ha ke kgone ho tswela pele ka baka la hobane Yesu a rena tšhelete. Re dikobo di maetleng. Mmuso ona wa African National Congress o kenya bana dikolo, bana le bao e leng dikgutsana ba kenywa sekolo mahala ha ke African National Congress. Ke nkare le market kapo ha ke bui tsona. Ha ba bua e ba ratang ditaba ba tla o jwetsa hore ha re ba bone ba etsang o dutse le bana ba 5 ka tlung ba kena sekolo mahala ha a lefe le sekolo. Nna ne ke ya sekolo ke sa hola ka tlasa Bantu Education, ntate o na patala school fees. Tšhelete ana tshwanetse o e sebedisa o nrekela dieta o na patala school fees. Ha Christmas e tla ska re kopa re tobane le yona tje o no rekelwa seeta o bolellwe hore seeta seo ke seeta sa Christmas ke seeta sa o ya sekolong o felletse. The demands of the Freedom Charter continue to be the heartbeat of the country and society that we seek to build. We are 5 days from the National General Council of the ANC. The NGC is our midterm gathering. Ke mo re kopanang teng re itlhatlhoba re le mokgatlo re shebisana hore tsela e sentseng re tsamaile ho fitlhella ha jwale e tjhatsi kapo ho na le mo re tshwantse re lokise dintho. Its main objective is to evaluate the extent to which we have implemented our 55th National Conference resolutions. Whilst it is within our right to celebrate our achievements, historically we have used the NGC to look critically at our work and to develop measures to refine and improve our work. We will use the NGC to report to ANC structures on how far we carried the mandate they gave us in our 55th conference in December 2022. We will talk to them about the changes in the world and what they mean for the ANC's program of the national democratic change. We will together try and find ways to strengthen the movement and sharpen it as we ensure that it remains an effective instrument for progressive change in our country. Re tla ba yetsa le ka tse tsalang ka ntle una le motho mo o re kene tsebe ba re ke Donald Trump ha re fitlhe futso o bua dimaka o bua mashano ka lefatshe la rona la Afrika Borwa ye motho o bua ditaba yeno re tla fana ka tlhaloso e felletseng mabapi le seo. We will also use the NGC to reflect on the strategic setback we suffered with the national election outcomes of 2024. When the ANC received 40% of the vote for the first time since the democratic breakthrough. We will share with the NGC the reasoning that made us to look at the option of the government of national unity to take the country forward. For us in the ANC National Executive Committee, it was clear that we had to find some way that enabled the ANC to continue to exercise state power whilst acknowledging the fact that the electorate had spoken. We wanted to be part of the exercise of power in our country, not for the sake of power. It is our view that the ANC continues to be the most able and most legitimate force to champion transformation in our country. It was both in the interest of the historically oppressed for their leading political party to exercise some form of state power in their interest. This was also in the national interest. The ANC is a force for change and stability in the country. Despite our challenges, there are no racial tensions in South Africa, except in the imagination of a fringe groups and fringe individuals. We could have taken the shorter and easier route of constituting a grand coalition made up of the two biggest parties, but we chose differently. We thought it was more important to extend the legitimacy of the government and invite all the willing parties to participate within terms that respected the rule of law, democracy, and the imperative to address the historical ills of our society to form part of government. With more than a year's experience of the government of national unity, we can all attest that the country is stable. Na ya bo rona e maemong a tsitsitseng. Ha e kgwetle. The finances of the country are improving. Maemo a ditjhelete ana ya bo rona a ntlafala. There is a prospect of economic growth even if it comes from a lower base. Maemo a moruo a Afrika Borwa a ntlafala. Ke bua le lona kasheko ba re maemo a moruo a rona a ntlafetse ha ba di bua bao ba shebaneng le tsa moruo ka persente e le nngwe o ya hodimo. The GNU has not impeded the program of progressive change. We have passed the legislation on the National Health Insurance, NHI, as well as the Bella Act. On the international front, we have stood up against the tyranny and the genocide of the Israeli government in Gaza by taking them to the International Court of Justice in The Hague. As a result, many other countries have joined the fight for the liberation of Palestine and now recognizing Palestinian statehood. We have successfully hosted BRICS Summit, the National Liberation Movement Summit, and more recently the G20 Leaders Summit. The standing of our country in the community of nations continues to grow, irrespective of the aggression we are seeing from the United States of America. Comrades, as we gather here, we cannot escape the debate that is unfolding in our country about the future of the alliance between the ANC, the South African Communist Party, Mahatamo South African Communist Party kapo makomanisi. In engaging on this debate, we cannot avoid to refer to some classics in Marxism. Jwale ke tlo bua sekgowa se phahamileng haholo. Motho e mongwe o kile a botsa re Marx e le dulang le bua ka yona dikopanong tsa lona ke mang? Motho e mongwe a ba araba ba re Marx o na hlokafale kgale. Ba re le re emeletse ka motho a shweleng banna. Jwale ke batla ho le jwetsa hore Marxism e reng ka mokomanisi kapo what is a communist? In the Communist Manifesto of 1848, Marx and Engels say communists are practically the most advanced and resolute section of the working class parties of every country. That section which pushes forward all others. On the other hand, theoretically, they have over the great mass of the proletariat the advantage of clearly understanding the line of march, the conditions and the ultimate general results of the proletariat movement. In South Africa, we have worked with communists. Re sebeditse mona Afrika Borwa ntweng ya rona ya tukuluho le makomanisi. For more than 100 years, 100 years, re sebetsa le makomanisi. We can attest that they have been in our midst some of the most advanced sections of our liberation movement. Even in our case, the working class is the leading motive force of our national democratic revolution. Ntwa ya rona ya tikoloho ha esale ipapantse le batho ba sankeng nthong kapo ba dikobo di maetleng. ANC e votelwa ka matla le ka dinomoro tse hodimo, ha e votelwe ke batho ba ditjhelete, batho ba barui, e votelwa ke batho ba sankeng nthong, abantu abangathatha entweni kabantu abaxhasa lo mbutho we-ANC. The ANC support base is almost identical to that of the proletariat that Engels refers to. No wonder, therefore, because of this common base, the ANC has found it easier to work with the SACP for over decades. Dilomong tse ngata re sebetsa le Communist Party. Despite this common base, the ANC is not a communist party. ANC ase mokgatlo wa makomanisi. It does not fight for the end of the capitalist system. However, the ANC is well aware of the ills of capitalism. A re lwanele kapo lwantshana le bo capital. Empa neng re a tseba ntho tse mpe tse etswang ke bo capital. Re le mokgatlo wa ANC. We are aware of the ecological damage, the inequality. Capitalism bo capital bo tlisa o sa lekalekana. Ka re o rona. O na le batho ba na le ditšhelete a ba bangata, they are few. O na le batho ba sutleileng ba bangata fatshe mo. O na le batho ba bang o ya ka maemo, ba bang ba fitlhela maemong a itseng. O ya ka tsela ya bona ya bophelo jwalo mona Afrika Borwa batho ba bangata ba tlase mo ba futsaneileng ke batho ba batsho, ke ma-Afrika, ke setšhaba sa rantsho, ke bona batho ba re votelang. A se votelwa ngondlebe ezikhanyilanga. Abantu abasivotelayo esibalwelayo ngale freedom charter kuthiwa siphethe freedom charter esibalwelayo ngale freedom charter ngabantu abampofu, abantu abamnyama, abantu abantsundu abangathatha entweni. Ngaba bantu bakha i-ANC, ngabona abantu esithi ngabantu abathi the people shall govern kuthethwe ngabo. Akho RDP pha omama bethu basebenza khona bezi domestic worker. Bakhona ke igcuntswana labantu abamnyama namhlanje nababahlala kwi-suburbs, but ubuninzi babantu abangathatha entweni balapha emalokishini. Ngabona abantu abamele eQueen abahamba ne-ANC abavotela i-ANC. Sithaba siqonqoza apha kule mizi yenu, re kokota mitseng e ya lona, re lo putsa ka nako tse ngata gore re tshwanetse re lo vouta. Bana ba bang ha ba kokotele ba itlisa ba tsamaya le dintja tsa bona, ba ema queue mo ba lo vouta ebilane nga ba force le letsatsi la vote. Rona re a kena nthong ya vote, re a tswa re lahla ntho ya rona e re emetseng e lwantshanang le tlala le o sa lekalekane gore setšhaba sa rantsho se kgone ho tswa tshotleong e re leng ho yona ke African National Congress e seng mokgatlo wa bokomonisi. In the South African situation, the communists did not just struggle alongside us, they equally joined the ANC. Makomanisi ha ba lwana fela ba tsamaya le rona, ba ile ba joina ANC. Re na le bona mo o ka fumana mohlaopi le nna ke le komanisi umpona ke le je jwale communist, they equally joined the ANC. They are members of the ANC in their own right. Over the years, they have shared the barricades with us. We have been together in the armed struggle. We have built the mass democratic movement together. Communists became advanced leaders of the African National Congress. Joslovo inili komanis, unali musweu, inili General Secretary ya Communist Party, ili member ya ANC. Chris Hani, inili General Secretary ya Communist Party, ili komanis. Communists were with us in Kliptown in 1955 when we adopted the Freedom Charter. Even the RDP program was a joint initiative together with the progressive trade union and civic movement in our country. Both in the Communist Manifesto And in the principles of communism, both Marx and Engels argue for communists to be part of these struggles for democracy. Ore makomanisi ayetsa ntho entle ore ba tataise ibe party ya ntwa yena ya tukulu. Ke ntho sa le bua gale e bua ke bo Marx le bo Engels. In the South African case, the Communist International in 1928 instructed the Communist Party through its members to be part of the ANC. The party was to work with the ANC to transform the ANC into a fighting nationalist revolutionary organization against the white bourgeoisie and the British imperialists. This is the reason that it is painful for us today to understand the reason for the SACP, for us to understand the reason for the SACP to want to contest elections outside of the ANC. Kinto bohloko haholo eo hore ka sheku tsileng e khutswane sentseng ke hlalositse o fumane hore makomanisi ba re re batla ikemela re tsamaye tsela ka ntle ho ANC. We understand we've got challenges in the past 30 years that may have affected the relations in the alliance. Amaxhosa athi akulahlwa mbeleko ngakufelwa. Wayithetha umama pha undiva kakuhle. Noba kuthi isiXhosa sitolikwa ndizayitolika le ngesingesi. Just because you have lost a child, you do not stop trying to have another child. Akulahlwa mbeleko ngakufelwa. The problems that have occurred in the alliance were made by human beings and they will be resolved by human beings. Now, comrades, we have a crisis. The Communist Party have taken this decision and we have to contend with it. As we go to the General Council and celebrate the 70th of the Freedom Charter, this is one of the biggest challenges in our life and the life of the ANC we have to contend with. And diputso tse re ipotsang tsona ebile re batla re di arabe re le kaofela. Should a revolution take a strategic decision based on a tactical differences? Unka qeto e kgolo hakana-kana ka ntho tse leng hore ke ntho tsa nakwana. O sebediswa amaqiti tactics hore ntho ena ke ntho e re ka nnang ra kgona ho ilukisa. Unka qeto e kgolo ya hore o tswe ka re o ANC o lo ikemela. Kanto tse nyane tse leng hore di ka kgona ho lokisega. Ke potso tse re ipotsang tsona tse hore e le hore wa kgonahala hore o ka nkuwa qeto ya mofuta o. Re tshwanetse re thole a Communist Party e nka diqeto tsa mofuta o. As the ANC re dumela hore it is not late for all of us. Iseng ANC fela. Re tsamaisana le basebetsi le Sanko. Re bontshane ka qeto e nkuweng ke makomanisi, which has got a potential to disrupt the tripartite alliance. We believe that this discussion should go beyond the SACP and the ANC. Comrades, as the ANC, we believe that the party cannot abandon its vanguard role in the democratic revolution of the South African people. There has not been any successful national democratic revolution that does not have the vanguard of the working class in it. All national democratic revolutions are multi-class revolutions. Multi-class revolutions will always be contested and may have interim results that do not favor the working class. Interim results are not ultimate outcomes. The party must focus on the ultimate outcomes, and we in the ANC are willing to work with the party in the pursuit of these ultimate outcomes. Let us not chase defeat in the jaws of victory. As we celebrate 70 years of the Freedom Charter, let us double our efforts to build the movement and to unite the democratic forces that have led our people over the past 100 years. The ANC itself, as we celebrate 100 years, to do all these demands of the Freedom Charter, it must be united. It's one thing ANC aya tshwana o ba mokgatlo ha batho ba o sheba ba bone le mokete wa dikatse mo ngwapano wa nteng ba re ntwele ke mokete wa dikatse a re furalle. ANC tshwantse be mokgatlo o na le seriti abantu baziqhenye ngalento yethu. Kukho ingoma eculwayo ithi siphethe into enhle ithetha nge-ANC. The people believe in these ideas of the Freedom Charter, but they've got doubts about the vehicle, which is the ANC. And why they have doubts is because we people who lead the ANC re nyenyefatsa ANC, re siya seriti. Comrades, ha re ufile mosebetsi o le mmuso, etsa mosebetsi e re ufileng wona o bona le o re wa sebetsa. Aska rana ra feta-fetana le di-sirage mo le matlakala. Ha o kenwe mosebetsi matlakala o lwe di-sirage di kwalo. Re ka hlolwa ke ntho eo. Empaneng re na le makhanselara, re na le di-mayor. Motho ha ebe mayor ka lebitso le ka mosebetsi. Ke ka o mo Freistata mo re nkile qeto ya ho tjhentjha di-mayor tse ding mo, ra re a re ke re ba tjhentjhe batho ba. Re tlise ba bang ba tlo matha mo. Dielele wa tseba mongodi wa province uri re dumellana mane Gauteng ke Freedom Charter ye a ne re kopane le makhanselara uri o tlo sejetswa jwale tje ha o sa sebetse ro hatisa kosini ke tsona nthe tseo batho ba di batlang ho rona tse ba di batlang mokgatlong wa bona hore ya sebetsa ANC. Le nkutlwila ke bua mo ke bua ka mosebetsi ro qadileng ka 94 ha ke bua ka tokomane ena ya Freedom Charter. Ke le ka ikutlwa le nna ke le mafolofolo ha ke sheba mosebetsi o mo re tshwantse re lwantshe manyofonyofo, corruption. Re ska ba ra butlwela bohloko motho like ba comrade ha a utswa ha di mo ke le mo a leng teng. Utlwe batho ba ntse ba re shame yang le ditsotsi. O na le tsotsi e nngwe ne hlaile committee mole ya parlamente batho ba ntse ba re shame. O ka re shame le tsotsi motho o bolaile batho o bo re shame. Ai karabele ntonze uthweng o di entse. Shame yang. Shame must go to those who do good for society. Baruti ki ba a ke le re rapelle na ye ya rona e batla batho ba dipelo tse rapelletsweng re kgone ho bona phapang pakeng tsa motho wa nnete le tsotsi. Criminals can't be our role models, even if they can change labels. Louis Vuitton, Burberry, tsotsi ki tsotsi, like abaya apara Louis Vuitton. A thug is a thug. Re utlwana. apara Burberry ke tsotsi is a fact. Inkutlisa bohloko ntho ya hore o fumane ma-comrade le rona re a balwa moo pela ditsotsi. Tsotsi ke tsotsi. Rona re hotse re tseba hore tsotsi ya lelekiso. Re lelekisa tsotsi re be re lo ikenya tjhankaneng. That's all. Society, Barut, that we are building according to the Freedom Charter. It must be a society that upholds high moral standards. Uqala ka boetapele. We are paid. Kika o, ha motho a utswitse la o ka batho ke comrade ke eng. O ya ka Freedom Charter o te kaofela rona re a lekalekana. Pela molao. Ha ona comrade e utswang. Le ka nako ya tukuluo ne di le teng dikhomtsotsi. Re lwantsha makgowa mo bona ba ba lelekisana le di-baker. Ba utswa bohobe. Rona re lwantshana le batlatlapi ba lefatshe. Re otla di-petrol bomb re barricade. Bona ba lelekisana le lori ya bohobe. Dikhomtsotsi. Le nakong ya ona jwale tjena di teng ditsotsi kara rona di apere di-t-shirt tsa rona, di bina pina tsa rona, di tsamaya slow ba dia di-tendera ba utswa ke mashou. Oliver Tambo, Oliver Tambo, a revolutionary, molwanedi wa tukuluo. O tshwanetse o be le phapang pakeng tsa molwanedi wa tukuluo ka sekgowa o thwe ke revolutionary le tsotsi. Tshwanetse o be le phapang ntho tseo a di tsamaye ka o tshwana. There must be a revolutionary must be distinguishable from a vigilante le tsotsi. O mmone ba re motho wa mmona mos. Ewa mona le a tsamayo ba re ai motho le kwa ANC wona. O ska ba nakong e nngwe le nngwe ha o bua ka tsotsi le comrade be le ntho tse tshwana. Ditsotsi di ja di-tendera a ba ya sekolong ba fuwa di-tendera a ke tsebe ba di fumana jwang. Ha ba je ba tlhakomoketse. Ba tswitswinya ke ditsotsi. Ene di-tendera tse comrade di controlwa ke rona di fitla jwang matsong a ditsotsi. Ditsotsi di ja mojeketlo ka ntle ka mo. Ba nkela le bana beso mo dinyanyaula ba sokang ba nyala mo ditsotsi. Dikgarebe tsa rona di a nkuwa mo ke ditsotsi o tletse mo. No. Ntho tsa bo Madlanga ha ke qetela di a tshwanela o di tshoha ha di re tshose. Ntho e Ramaphosa yentseng president ya rona e tlo re thusa o hlakola ditsotsi tse. Jwale le a Madlanga so ka re fa report re a tseba ona le maponesa a ditsotsi. Ha o ya police station o lo reporta ditsotsi bona ba robala le ditsotsi ba ja le tsona. Madlanga o tshwantsa re thuse re qete bokebekwa le dikebekwa tse le ditsotsi tse. Even if tse ding tsa ditsotsi di lahlehisa ma-comrade ya rona ba hore ba file mosebetsi a di ba je le bona. Ma-comrade a Freistata ke lebohile haholo ka letsatsi la kasheko ke leboha dielele le boetapele kaofela bo teng mo le boetapele ba region. E ka re le ka sebetsa tje ma-comrade le kopane le bengatana e le nngwe re sebeletse setjhaba. A re qabane ka ho sebeletsa setjhaba se ka ra qabanela ntho tse sa utlwaleng. Re ntshe dikebekwa re lwantshe ditsotsi re hae nao ya bo rona re hlabolle matjhabeng ye. E ra o kena matjhabeng le batho le bona ba ithute hore ba ska ba lahla dintho le cleaner township ye fumana motho a ema le mong a ba sa ema le ka lebota a ema le mong wa ba tu bua ntho tse kgolo tletse bana mo a batho ba itlhompe ma rate dibaka tsa mo re dulang teng khalipa o tla re thusa re kenyetse eng le eng mare ba re moketa o tsosa o iteka le rona re itsose mo re leng teng a re sebetse re be ngatana le nngwe baruti dingaka le re rapelle How be you are? Rona re dumela o modimo le badimo. Mna ni ngutolo mpango mungwanya. I slaughter. That is why I not to tla feta pelaka. Ke ngwana modimo le badimo. Le rona re dumela o sona sithi siyathokoza. Ibile there is no conflict between badimo le modimo. Tse dinge ya ke dikedi. So ke lebohile haholo ma comrade ka leboha hobane ntwena ke mvuselelo ke tsoseletso dipolotiking tsa rona a re a Free State yena ibe motšhini o lwanwe mo Welkom mo re lwanela tukulu and ANC sebeditse ha ona hore a wa sebetsa ke tlile ke lahleha mo ke tsamaya le bashimane ba Limpopo ba nkganna mo ba lahleha ke kena mo di RDP house ke a bona o hauwe dintlo mosebetsi tse ding di satla le bao ba utswang ba fuwe mosebetsi ba sa o qetella ke puso le bona re tshwantse re ba lelekise re ba fumane re ba beye plekeng ya bona a re a setšhaba sa yeso ma comrade re tla kopana National General Council ka Manta re tla be re le mona Gauteng ke a leboha haholo ka mantswe ao amandla awethu long live the Freedom Charter long live the Freedom Charter long live pata ANC pata kokela ANC kokela phansi ngamasela phansi ngokhomtsotsi phansi amandla. Thank you very much.